Awesome. So today I'm going to be continuing what I started on Monday, and I have a new toy to play with that I want to give you my... These are going to be my unfiltered thoughts. It's Serum, which is a plugin from X for Audio. Hey, April Fox, Fluffy Bunny, Middy's Music, Haley's Call, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me. It is freezing outside, by the way. It is about 15 degrees Fahrenheit. It's blizzard here in Maryland. I haven't done any shoveling. Not gonna do any shoveling. Gonna wait till tomorrow. It's pretty bad out. It's not good at all. Presets. Okay, I had made a preset. So I've spent all of about 15 minutes with this plugin that you see here. And so I really wanted to kind of explore it, and I'll post obviously this archive on YouTube. So this is going to be like half a stream and then half a review. So it's going to be a little bit of both. So real quick, I just want to play some of what I did last time. Let me know if the volume's good. So that's where we left off. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that kick was a little. I like this now. It's got a lot of punch, but it's not too deep or tuned. Cool, so that's going to be like the drop. By the way, thank you for anybody that tuned into my late night Diablo 3 hardcore stream. So, you know, I stream every so often for stuff that's not related to music, and that character died. He died, and that was the end of him. Sorry, I got to adjust my mic volume one more time. Okay, there we go. That should be better. Ah, yes, thank you. If you saw my shirtless pic, yes, I have been working on my personal fitness for almost a year, about a year now, so I feel really good about that. And now I can finally eat again, which is great. I was eating about 1,700 calories a day or so, which was absolutely just awful and brutal. So now I'm going to be eating more, which is really exciting. So I get to actually enjoy life again. Anyway, thank you. Yeah, I'll stream some Diablo 3 maybe tomorrow or something. We'll see. That's the main game I play right now. I play Diablo. I play some League of Legends, a little bit of Hearthstone. I kind of stopped playing League for a while. I actually got up to gold, which is cool. But anyway, you're here for the music. So let's work on some music. Okay, so this is the sort of the Neuro glitch hop thing that I had started. And like I said, the first thing I want to do is kind of explore this synth a little bit. So Serum, as I understand it, is sorry, it's a little messy here because normally I use 2 monitors. Here we go. Serum is a wavetable synth, it's high CPU, but it can create some really crazy sounds. main thing that it does, it has a huge variety of oscillator waveforms. And that's one of the things that's most exciting about it. So here I have a waveform loaded up. Kind of like Massive. And then you can see that I can sweep through the wavetable. So what that does, and you can actually see it on the screen, which is really cool. It's changing the frequencies. Basically, it's like it took a snapshot of a bunch of different waveforms, and then it can blend between them. So Massive does the same thing, but this apparently has a lot more than Massive. And my understanding is you can actually import your own stuff, which is pretty amazing. So let's add some unison voices. And you can see there are also different ways that the waveform can be loaded. So notice what that's doing. That's actually changing, again, the frequency and the harmonic content. We could change this to a different mode. I mean, this is pretty crazy. Massive has like 4 or 5 options like this, but this is pretty amazing. For now, I'm just going to keep it on actually the standard. This is the standard way that the oscillator is loaded. Somebody asked, is FL Studio 12 available now? No, this is an alpha of FL Studio 12. So if you're a registered user, you can download it, but technically it's not released yet, technically. So here I added some noise. This is a feature that I had explored briefly. You have a ton of different noise waveforms that you can use. And you can repitch the noise, and that's pretty cool. That's a really cool feature. I'm gonna switch this to mono mode and legato. So the idea of this, I'm going to try to make like a cool bass sound, basically, that we can use in the track. So oscillators, yeah, it seems to be very, very deep. I like this waveform. It's not that bright. But I figure this could be sort of the bass waveform, and then this other oscillator, so I'll mute that for now. Let's try something. That's cool, right? That's a cool sound. I'll add detuning on this. So that has that sort of vowel sound. That's very cool. I'm going to experiment a little bit more with these different modes of loading the waveform. Wow, that's really cool. I think like Massive, you can modulate stuff pretty easily. So like, let me plug that in. Reduce, we don't necessarily want that much. This is pretty cool. Let's see, sorry, my monitor brightness is messed up. DJ Mr. Paw, I do not know when FL Studio 12 will be released for real, but I think probably in the next month or two. They're pretty close. It's very usable. I had some workflow suggestions and enhancements. Sorry, it's so cold here. I had some suggestions for them regarding the new browser and some other things that I'm not 100% happy with. So I'm hoping that they'll take that feedback into account before they release the final thing. Okay, so what I think I want to do here mod. So what we should be able to do is connect these two things. So mod this knob. I think I can connect. Yeah, see that? Mod 2. What I want to be able to do is automate both these at once so I can draw some stuff in FL and automate this. I may not be doing this right though. Macro 1. Oh, no, maybe I didn't do that right. Maybe I do this and this. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. Okay. So now this knob, I should be able to create an automation clip for that. Last tweaked Serum macro 1. There we go. Create automation clip. Okay, so that's cool. So we have oscillators that sound good. What if we do FM from B? Whoa, that's nasty. That's kind of cool. It's pretty harsh for this. Let me, I guess I'm gonna try just to experiment a little bit more. Okay, I like that. That's a good bass sound, I think. And so now let me try adding some effects and stuff to this. This is cool. So EQ. Maybe turn down this noise a little bit. Actually, let's hear what that noise sounds like. Interesting. So these are like different options if you want it to sound, I guess, that's really cool. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. Wow. Okay, let's use that. I don't know. Sorry, I'm really bad at playing with my left hand. Maybe some distortion, I think, would probably be good. Wow, look at all that. So again, you're seeing these are like my just natural reactions to using this thing. I've never used it before. Well, maybe for like a few seconds, but that's a little harsh. How about a little bit of distortion, and then I think hyper. I don't know what this is. Turn it off. Oh, that's like a stereo effect. Okay, dimension is like the dimension expander and massive, so that's similar. Cool. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to use this sound, I think, in the track. So here's like the intro. Yeah, wow. Serum. setting up some sidechain for this new bass. Something. Okay, let me do some simple automation. That's really dumb, but like... Yeah, this, I think if I continue to develop this sound, it's going to sound really nice. Let me try adding like a, I really want to bring out that vowel sound. That's cool. Wow. I have to say sounds pretty amazing. I'm very impressed with how this sounds. Cut off. Let me automate that. Create automation clip. Ow. Like... Now, the other neat thing about this that I found out before, so you hear the bass, like the actual low frequency content of the sound is kind of diminished. Well, apparently what you can do is you can add a sub that's not affected by the filters or anything like that. And that's a pretty cool feature. Also, let's try some different waveforms. Wow. Again, very cool. It's a little high frequency. Just experimenting with different tones here. It's like a lot of possibilities, I think. Very cool. Wawa? I want something with more high frequency content for this. This is going to be like a main bass that I use a lot in the song. That's pretty good, I think. Maybe also adding more unison would sound good. Whoops, wrong layer. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that sounds pretty awesome. Wow. Like, I mean, keep in mind, I haven't really spent a lot of time with this synth, but I'm really impressed with how good this sounds. That's... wonder what would happen if, instead of having this on the LFO, can I turn this off, reset, remove all modulators, take this, put that on there. I always lose the current synth I'm using. For now, I'm just going to do like a basic automation. What am I using for drums? Good question. Actually, that is something that I want to spend a little bit of time on here. I want to improve the variation on the drums. So I have here some custom snares that I made, and I called them Skrillex snares. And I'm using BHK Rough Connections, I believe it's called. Rough Cuts. DNB Rough Connections Volume 4. So I made these two snares. These are from the pack. The kicks are also from Rough Connections. And then I'm using a little bit of Leviathan by Black Octopus Sound, which sounds very good, I think. So let's check this out. Right, here's the basic groove, and then let's vary that up a little bit. And to do that, I should create a layer. So this is something I cannot stand about the new FL, and I've asked them to change it. This is the only way to get a layer in, which is just ludicrous, because you can't, like, if you go to plus, it's not here. There's no layer. If you go to add channel, it's not there. You have to go in the browser, which I don't like because it disrupts my workflow. If now I'm in this list of stuff, I don't want to be here. I want to be back here and not have to flip back and forth. Excuse me. Anyway, rant over. Okay, so I want to have like a really awesome, funky drum pattern for this. And I feel good about it. All right. So this is the first one. Boot, ch, boot, boot, ch. How about like boot, ch, ba-doop, ch, like that. Ba-doop, ch, like that. Cool. All right. So now it's I don't want to keep making variations, focusing on the kick for now, but I'm going to add in other elements too. All right, so it's back. 4, 2, 3. Maybe like that. And then for the last one, actually, I'm thinking not even having a kick on the first beat. So 3, 2, 3, 4. But da-da-da, and do that with the, damn it, see, look, I have to add another layer. I have to do this. It's stupid. Kick. This is snare. Let me take this, layer up those snares. So now we have this. Maybe one more kick somewhere in here. Like, ba-jee-boo, ba-jee-ba-dee-boom. Like that. 3, 4. Ba-doo-doo, boom, ba-dee-ba-dee, boom, ba-doo-doo, boom, ba-dee-ba-dee, boom. Okay. Let me check the chat. There are some questions. A talk box? What? Oh yeah, sorry. If you go to channels, there's a selection where you can add none channel, right? I mean, it's the new method of adding stuff. It's fine, I guess. I can't stand how they just put the layer in this part. I never ever want to use the browser to get plugins. There's just it's dumb because, in my opinion, one of the strengths of FL is this part of the browser. I can look through all my folders of samples. I can go into something like this, like BHK, symbols. Like, I can audition stuff. I can just drag and drop a sample like that. And if I want to replace it, I just drag something else. So this is what I want to be doing with the browser. I don't want to be switching back and forth every time I need a new plugin. Like, there's already a menu for that. It's this menu. So why would you put something that should be in this menu on the screen in the browser and disrupt the workflow? So I made my thoughts on that very clear. Hopefully they'll take that into consideration as they continue developing FL12. But, you know, we'll see. It's software development. I realize they can't do everything that everybody wants. It's just what I want, you know? Do I ever micro-align the kick and the snare layers? I have never really done that. I guess I could. It might be interesting to try that kind of thing here. Maybe. So let's add a hi-hat. That's cool, right? Just pitch it up a little bit. And then, so that's like a pretty good start for the groove. I'm thinking I kind of want something a little bit more for the closed hi-hats, like a better rhythm. So I'm going to experiment a little bit with that sequencing. Whoops. Again, going for the higher pitch sounds. Actually, I mean, this might be enough. I might maybe let's start with this for now, and then, you know, focus on synths and everything. Going back to Serum. I did not see your question. Can you ask it again about the snares? Just experimenting a little bit here with the soundscape and the tone. This is cool, though. I definitely like this. You know, the other day, if you tuned into my stream, you saw that I was getting a little frustrated with myself in terms of not being able to come up with stuff. But I actually think this is a really cool groove. So, kind of want to add actually some like chord stabs here. The bass sequencing work when you're doing like Neuro or glitch hop type stuff is very intricate. It's very challenging. So, I don't want to spend too much time on that here. You know, I want to keep the song going. That's a cool sound. See, this makes for a great stab. Let me switch that over to a new channel. I think there's an element in here that is a little inharmonics. Let me just take that out real quick. Why does it keep... Oh, okay. Sorry. Auto select link modules off. That's a very annoying feature. There we go. That's the sound that I want. It's absolutely the sound that I want. Cool. The question was, did I synthesize the Skrillex snares myself, or did I layer or customize existing one-shots? If I recall correctly, I synthesized them for the most part, but I believe I used some basic drum machine transients, so like an 808 or a 909. But I did a lot of processing, so I like took those sounds just to get the basic shape, and then I added sine waves and noise, and then used wave shaping, compression, multiband compression, and limiting. There's a lot of stuff that went into that, and I use them all the time. So maybe you start off with like a simple chord like that, like on the downbeat. We'll automate that down. So the nature of this, what I want to do is cut this off so you don't hear that reverb necessarily. And the way I'll do that is by automating, since I might be adding effects to this, I'll do it with a fruity mute. Where is it? Damn it, I gotta open up this thing. See, I cannot stand this. So I didn't have mute on here, right? Fruity mute, where is it? I don't have it, okay. So to get it on there, I have to go, and now I have to look for it in this browser thing. And again, I don't want to do this. And again, where is it? Fruity mute. Am I missing something? I don't see it. Effects. Nope, not there either. Installed. Is it under VST? Now, okay, it's under VST. So why are there different menus? Why are there so many places to look at the plugins? Why isn't it just available from the right-click menu? It just makes no sense at all. And hopefully you can see why that I find that annoying. It's just a total workflow killer. It's bad. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm automating the mute. Let's just make sure it's working. Okay, there was a question which was, hello, can you explain for a sec, what did I mean when I said, let me switch channels? I can't remember the exact context, but in FL, each one of these things, like Zebra 2, Trillion, like there's a slap bass. There's a synth sound. There's a drum kit. Each one of these is called a channel. So we're cutting that out. Whoops. But I have to bring it back. This is not a skin. This is actually the default of what FL currently looks like as of the FL12 beta. Okay, now I'll do a little bit of bass sequencing. I don't know why the pitch is messed up. Keeps resetting. What is doing that and why? There's some. I think what happened is there's some sort of automation earlier in the project. I must have very foolishly forgotten to not automate it back. Edit events. Let's take a look. Something is causing the pitch of Massive to be messed up. That. Okay, yeah, see that. It was so I could do a pitch bend down, which is fine, but I forgot to reset it afterwards. Ba ba da ba ba ba. That's what I want in terms of the rhythm. This is currently sidechained by the wrong kick. It's being sidechained by number 4. We want it to be number 5. It's because the intro kick has a different channel, that's why. Okay. Now it's on the same channel. So this is experimenting with, again, you know, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but this is just to communicate the general shape of how things are going to go, and I'll sort of improve on it. Jeff, I need more shirtless pics. Well, keep working out. You'll get them. So again, we're kind of experimenting with roughly crossfading and chopping between different basses. This bass sound is a little, it's roughly in the right place, but not quite. It's close to where I want it. Could just be I need a little bit of automation, you know? Yeah. I think it just needs a little bit more like movement via automation. And again, just going to do some sort of random automation here. So this is automating the Serum bass, and this can all be tweaked and fine-tuned. Cool. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Check the chat. Oh, thank you. I am glad you guys are enjoying it. Very cool. This snare is not nearly big enough. This needs to be like, wham, just right in your face. In my opinion. That's just how I like my my big snares. So let's see, room, subtle large room. Let's play around with some reverb. Okay, and then the kick, I think I could also maybe layer this kick. So it has a good, it's got a good like transient, and it's got some good air, but maybe it does need a little bit of tuning to really sound like it has that low end presence. So in the key of F sharp. I don't normally worry about tuning too much, but, you know, let's just see how this sounds. Here's with no sub. And here's with the sub. So because this is a different kind of kick, I'm going to put it on its own tuned kick, on its own thing, its own mixer track. I think that's a good sound. Try adding a little bit of compression to bring out the punch of this kick. Wait a minute, did I move the wrong thing? Yes, I did. That's not the right kick. This is the right kick. Yeah, okay, so that's adding some extra low-end presence. And the original kick that I have here, this could also be sculpted a little bit. It's got maybe a little too much high end. Just taking a hair off there. I mean, this is not a precise science. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not like I have a clear idea of, okay, I'm going to do 2 decibels at 2,000 hertz. You kind of just have to listen and do it as we go along. Yeah, melodic sounds. I think that's a great idea with Serum. Let's load up and make some cool stuff. Call this Serum 2. I know I want a delay. I enjoy delays a great deal. Do they have... Okay, do they have dotted eighth notes? Uh-oh, might have to dock a point from my pointless review. How do I reset this? There we go, control. I'm not seeing dotted notes. So that's a little disappointing. See how the reverb sounds on this thing. It's pretty lush. That all sounds good. Yeah, let's play around with maybe something digital, you know? Pretty interesting. Interesting waveforms. Let's play around with them. I really like that you can see what's happening with the waveform. That's very interesting. I'm gonna add a little filter, not filter motion, oscillator motion. That's very cool. See how it handles the having a filter. Like a pluck sound somebody mentioned. So we have to, obviously we have to set up an envelope, otherwise we're not going to hear anything. So here is an envelope. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Look at, when you hit something, it actually shows you how it's traveling along the envelope. That's a neat feature. That's really nice to be able to visualize it like that. I think you can send the filter through, or send the noise through the filter, but you don't have to. So over here, see it has like N, so we can put that to the filter. And maybe take down the bass on this with the EQ. And now we have like a plucky kind of sound. Let's add some release to it. And make sure the filter release is similar. It's very cool. I really like the interface on this. It's very intuitive. Even though I haven't really used it, everything, it just makes sense. Like, it uses sort of existing designs in an intelligent way, I think. That's a crazy waveform. So let me EQ this a little bit better. In the context of the track, obviously it's loud. But I think this could be a cool, like, really atmospheric sound. Keep playing with it. This is it really lends itself well to tweaking, I think. It's a very, very playable and intuitive synth. This is a chorus effect here that I'm adding. Obviously, it sounds really digital. I mean, it's a digital synth, so it makes sense. But that's just a really cool sound. Yeah. Okay. Taking a look at this structurally the track here. Needs maybe one other element. I was thinking maybe like a really low kind of sub detuned bass, like a saw or something. Here, let me show you what I mean. Why is this so quiet? Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. For this part. Yeah, like I think it's a little loud, a little boxy, and the attack is kind of weird. why it's cutting out like that. It's weird. Okay. Well, anyway, so that's good. Just to give that section a little bit more tension, I guess you could say. Call a sus bass pad. Throw that on here. Actually, let's make that attack way faster. And we want a really cool build up here. Okay. And I know what I want it to end with. This build up needs to end with a like 1, 2, 3 snare, or like kick snare. So right, like that. So I'm thinking a sustained reverse cymbal would be good. But let me just pull up something like that. Doesn't need to be too fancy. Up to that point. So this is a Gold Baby Urban Cookbook Volume 2. I'm looking for something with a long tail. Let's see, this is part of the process, right? You gotta pick the right thing. Whatever, it's good enough. It's, right, like that. So we want now even more elements, like pitch stuff leading up to that point. Climbing and climbing. Let me just check the chat real quick. Yeah, funky guitar would be awesome. I would definitely, I could really use that. I don't play guitar, unfortunately. Let's try this sound. Right, like, and just kind of keep it moving up. We'll have to play with it a little bit, finesse it, but... add some reverb and delay, you know, we'll do all that good stuff, but for now... And this would be, so actually, since it doesn't end at the very last beat, it ends right before that snare hit. So we would take those, take these out, so it'd actually be more like this. Or no, it would be like that. Maybe. I don't know how this is going to sound, so it'll probably need effects. Okay, not quite what I was going for, but see if we can make that better. Cut itself. See, we need to change the envelope because it's sustaining after each thing. It should just be cutting off. So I think this will do it. Something like this. But not, this sound might have a little too much movement in it. Oh, that's the problem is the global swing. That's what's making it sound weird. So I need to figure out how to turn that off. I want swing on a per pattern basis, but not global. I don't know how to do that. Hey, Adma Prime. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I mean, I could just use riser effects, but I don't know. It's like, it feels lazy to me. Like, I have a million risers, but... I have, like, something like this. But whatever. Okay, I guess I can just be cheap. It's not going to kill me. I won't tell anybody if you guys don't. Okay, EQ this, obviously. It doesn't sound great out of the box necessarily, but riser 1. And pulling in from Leviathan has some really nice risers as well. Samples rising. It really feels like cheating to me, honestly. They make it so easy. Just drag it right in and it sounds good. But also keep in mind, you know, this is it's a work in progress, so that's part of it. You know, sounds can be changed. You want to keep it moving, so I just wanted to sort of fill in this gap so it's clear what's supposed to be here. Yeah, okay, that's good enough for now. Yeah, the swing, so the swing with FL12, it's per, you can do it per pattern, but then you can also do it global. The problem is I don't know how to make it one or the other, so as far as I know, it's global at the moment. So I'll need to look that up afterwards. Experimenting with different chords here. So what do I want to do here? It's like da 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 da. Maybe like that. 1, 2, bum, ba, ba. Again, you know, this is, I guess I don't need to keep saying it, but work in progress, right? Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we can assume that I'll probably do another 8 bars of something. So we're gonna do some different stuff with the bass. I mean, this is like the rough thing that I want, but not final. So I'm gonna loop this for now, but so I want to do some more melodic stuff. I don't necessarily like just having like drums and effects and bass. I prefer to have some more melodic elements. Actually, now might be a good time to presets in Serum just to see if anything kind of strikes me. Just curious, like. Hey, Negative Color, what's going on? Some kind of weird beating sound on this I'm not hugely fond of. Where's that coming from? Oh, it's the sub. Yeah, let's, this is a cool sound. But, what would be better is if I could just automate it myself, so I'm gonna do that. Since I don't always want it to follow that same sort of predictable pattern. Like, you know, just hypothetically, I don't know how this is going to sound again. Actually, I need it to sustain as well. So we're pretty much not using the filter at all. You know, something like that. I want to get that the contrast between the bass, which is really low, obviously, and then the brightness. Oh, that's kind of cool. If I that was a happy accident. I didn't mean to do that. But I actually think it could be cool if I do some gated stuff here. Let's extend it. And... Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Okay. But then bring it back to 0 here. kind of want that like slightly sloppy feel on it. And also, I'm going to create some filter automation here too. Remove all modulators in the cutoff so that I can control the brightness on here as well. Now wait a second, so that doesn't sound like it's doing anything. Gotta double check my work. Indeed, it's not doing anything. Why would that be? It's affecting A and B. Oh, it's because the filter isn't on. LOL, Zircon. Yeah. That's the worst. Okay, yeah. I'm the worst. I like that. I like that kind of feel. Maybe just fade it in like briefly here. I could not hear it at all, so that's not good. Maybe it's not necessary. Actually, what if I just keep it short and then have it layering with the other stab? Yeah, like that. Keep the filter up. It just has that like high-end hype that I'm looking for here. Maybe actually have it kind of stab in and out. Like, you gotta get really close to sequence this. Do that and that, so it's... It doesn't sound that great. Go back to what I had before. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, actually lower is better. Okay, so again, sort of keep developing the progression here. Let's go back to the intro area and see if we can add some more cool stuff here. How do I EQ so quickly with it still sounding full and well mixed? I guess it's just really doing everything by ear. What I've explained before about my philosophy, and this is really sort of hit or miss with some people, is that I don't mix and master separately. Everything I do, it has to sound good. So once I put that sound in, it's gonna sound pretty much final. And I'm gonna spend as much time as needed, which in some ways is a bad thing, to make sure that it sounds good. The advantage of this is that adding new elements becomes easier, because instead of having to juggle 4 or 5 things that aren't properly mixed, like my kick sounds good, my snare sounds good, the basses are like 90-95% there, maybe. Obviously the sequencing of the basses isn't final, but that's the philosophy of it. The disadvantage is that it can be easy to spend too much time on the production and the mixing and the mastering as you go. Although in this case, I actually don't have any mastering, but I'll add some here. You'll see my process. So typically what I would do is I put equality on. So the frequency balance is pretty good. So I actually don't really need to do anything there at the moment. Next step is I would add the glue as a compressor and make sure it's oversampling. And let's just see, this is basically doing nothing at the moment. Now, this is pretty extreme compression. I want the transients to come through and not get squashed. So I'm going to turn up the attack, put the release down further, side chain so that the bass isn't triggering too much, and then reducing the range and the wetness. So in effect, what we're doing here is we're compressing the whole mix at once, but dialing back, mixing in the compressed signal with the uncompressed signal. And then we're doing it so that it's not brick-walled through the compressor. It's still going to allow those transients, those drums through, which is really important. So like now let's take a look at, now that we have everything in place, so roughly. Take a look at some other effects on this bass. I want to give this some more bite, and I want it to sound even nastier. So let's mess around with it a little bit more. That's cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's maybe a little too nasty. So I want something almost like modern talking or something like that, honestly. That's pretty harsh, but it does sound pretty good. Okay, actually, I kind of like that a little bit more. Let's take another look at this oscillator. Now check this out. You can edit the waveforms. This is crazy to me. I don't know enough to do a really good job with this, but I'm just curious. Wow. Yeah, this is pretty... So here are like all the different waveforms in the wavetable. Wow. Yeah, import audio. That's pretty crazy. I'm just impressed that they programmed it so that you can do that. Let's just hear how this sounds kind of in context. That's cool. I think I can continue working on that, but I guess I'm leaning something more in that direction. Maybe not quite like so vowel that it's just like the whole time, but something with a little bit more bite and presence. Yeah, definitely gonna have a lot of fun. Continue working on those, but let's kind of continue things. I don't want people to get bored of me just tweaking synths all day. That would suck. Yeah, I agree. I could use more mid and high, maybe too much in the high end. I will definitely continue tweaking it, but you know, again, just in the interest of keeping things moving. Let's see. So we're in the key of F sharp. Maybe a melody like that. Obviously not this instrument, but let's do it on this Serum track. It's not literally going to be this, but you know. Here's going to be my placeholder bass. Just that, like. Imagine this is a cooler bass. Bam. Okay. Actually, everything should be staggered here, syncopated. It's like that. Right, so it's anticipating it like bum, bum. So this is the kind of thing that we want for the progression. I think for the pads, what I should do is I'll cut this part of the clip away, and I might do a manual gating, like this. Swap it around a little bit so that it is more like that. And maybe we'll do some cool rhythm stuff. This is just to get the basic idea. Maybe some like something like that. I want the pad to sound a little glitchy and to add more interest. I don't want it to just be like a simple pad that sustains and does nothing else. So it's got to have motion. This one's weird. So that should be like. Maybe like that, and down and up again? I don't know. This is not definitely not an exact science. Probably need to do a slightly better rhythm here, but you know. Maybe like this, something where the filter is moving a lot too. It's like 80%. But that's the idea of what I want to do with that. Have that element that's moving a lot, not just static. The whole song, it should be dynamic. I feel like this genre, you want to always have movement going on. You don't want it to be just sort of static and standard. Yeah, sorry. Part of the CPU thing, I'm actually having issues with my current interface. My computer is a beast, and it should be able to handle this. But I don't know, something between the stream and the interface and the and Serum being CPU hungry. That combination of things is not good for my CPU. Let's just roll the dice here. Sometimes it can be cool to just, you know, pick some random sounds. What kind of an arpeggio? That is the question. Let's look for a pluck specifically. Pluck. That's a nice soft sound. That could work well. One thing about this pad that I don't like is that it's in fifths at the moment. So I need to adjust that before I do anything else. Can I automate the number of semitones? That'd be cool. Like I like it earlier in the track, but for this part, I don't want it to do that because that makes some of the chords sound wrong. Tools, last tweaked, create automation clip. Hey, look at that, I can. I'm going to guess 50% is probably correct. Yeah, I'm sorry about those CPU pops, guys. That's... oh, you know what I could do? Macros, switch smart disable. That should help. Ah, yes, that's a good, yep. Let me try sequencing that. Experiment with some variations of this. I like that. That's a good suggestion. Sixth. Oh, those crackles, sorry. I like that idea, but not with the sound. Okay, some wrong notes in there, but something like this. Maybe taking some D-Blue glitch in and out. And then getting a little bit more intricate later. Bad note. Also, this didn't quantize properly. Adjusting the effects here, we want it to sound pretty smooth. with the gate there. That doesn't sound good. Well, I can always work on this a little bit more later. You know, the idea is there of you know, changing the arpeggio with a little bit of glitching. Everything is offset here. I don't know why or how that happened. Even the drums are offset. Weird. Why did that happen? That feels weird sometimes, I swear. I never, like, I just copied it and it offset itself. Weird. Okay, alright, getting something. A lot of this stuff got offset. Again, I don't know why that happened. Hi-hats are offset. They weren't offset before, and now they are. Weird. So, yeah, going from this kind of thing. And imagine with the real, you know, bass. Cuts and everything. So there's a lot of room for more stuff to be added here. I mean, this genre takes a lot of very intricate sequencing work, but you know, we're getting the structure done, getting sounds in the ballpark, and then refining those sounds. That's sort of my process. So, you know, build, repeat, keep working on it. Yeah, no, that does make sense, Aperfox. Yeah, that's a good suggestion, and I will probably take that suggestion. Because why not? Oh yeah, actually that could work. Like, let me take this, move it along. What if we had it like come in and then cut out, but then come back in later? It's good in theory. You know, the sound is a bit harsh at the moment as well, but let's just throw that on something like Fall 1. Take off some of the high end, it's a little bright. I think that's kind of cool, actually. Yeah. And just come back just for that last part. And actually, because we haven't heard that part, we can move it up to here. Actually, that's still hard to hear. You know what? Make that unique. Let's reverse it. Take it like that and move it up. Also, there's no cymbals or anything. A lot of stuff here is not final. Which would be an enormous understatement, but accurate. So, sounding good, I think. Definitely a lot happier with this one than some of the other stuff that I'd been working on stream before. And yeah, I definitely the basses are not final. I mean, that's the basses that I have here are just like they're a rough example of what I want, but I don't want to spend the entire stream just tweaking a bass sound because it'll drive everybody crazy. So I wanted to instead focus on more structural things, like looking at the whole song. I think there's some good opportunities here for some like kind of micro sequencing, like. So here's the second thing, the second kick pattern. You know, what if we did like something like this, maybe? Oops. You know, I want to do more stuff that's more intricate with these drums. Oh, also this should be automated up to be like that. Yeah, okay. 6 o'clock. I should probably call it a night. But again, feeling pretty good. A lot of the stuff today, you know, I don't normally work like that usually, but there was something that a friend of mine said on the OC Remix IRC chat, or I guess IRC chat is like saying ATM machine. But anyway, he was making the point that it's better to focus on arrangement and structure, because if you have an idea for something, like a melodic idea or a structural idea, it's better to get that in, because you can trust that your future self will be just as good at the sound design stuff as you are now. Like I could spend, like I said, hours and hours just doing sound design, but I can do that anytime. It's creative, but it's different than coming up with a melodic idea or a chord idea. So I wanted to try to get those things down and flesh things out more before going back and really refining and refining. So it's a little bit different than I normally work, but I do think it's going to work. Anyway, how long does it normally take me to finish a composition? For example, how long did it take to make Augment? Sorry, I can't talk. Augment was probably about 12 hours, 10 to 12 hours. So this track, we're at 2 hours, 52 minutes. So you could imagine this is about a quarter done and relative to the amount of time I normally spend on something. Around there. Some tracks have taken longer. Occasionally, it doesn't take long at all, like 6 to 8 hours, but 10 to 12 is a pretty safe bet. The thing is, I mean, that's not counting the time that it takes to come to that track that works well. Like, I might work on 3 or 4 other things that I don't like, throw those away, or shelve them before coming to something I do like this. Another thing with this track is somebody had suggested funk guitar. I think it would be really cool to get some live stuff and more chops in here, so some vocal stuff, some vocoder stuff. I think there are a lot of opportunities for that, and it could sound really cool. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to wrap up for now. I'll put this up on YouTube since I'm pretty happy with what we got done. And yeah, so this weekend also, be on the lookout, zirconmusic.com. I'm actually going to be relaunching my site. New web design, new logo. It's streamlined. It's going to be easier to use, and I'll have a nice clear policy if you want to use my music on Twitch. I have a page like that now, but it's a little cumbersome, so this is going to make it really simple. And yeah, I'm looking forward to unveiling that, which will probably be tonight or tomorrow, so keep your eye out. Anyway, I'll be back Monday at 1 p.m. to keep working on this track, and I might do a little bit of work in the meantime, but it'll just be sound design work, not melodic work, and I'll show you what I did if I work in the meantime. So, all right, well, thanks everybody for coming. Much appreciated as always. Stay warm if you're on the East Coast, and yeah, have a good night. See you later.